My fiancée swore she lost her engagement ring at the gym and begged for my forgiveness. I told her not to worry. Then I offered a reward on social media. You won't believe who showed up to claim it. I'm 33 years old, facing what my fiancée calls the disappearance of her engagement ring. But the truth is, the ring isn't lost. I've been with Camilla for 3 years, engaged for 6 months. The ring cost me $8,000, a significant amount for my electrician's salary, but she'd been dropping hints for months. A classic diamond round cut with a white gold band, exactly as she described wanting. Everything seemed normal until last Tuesday. Camilla came home from the gym visibly upset. She said she had something serious to tell me. In tears, she confessed she'd lost the ring, saying she'd taken it off during her workout and couldn't find it when she looked for it. She cried uncontrollably, saying she felt awful and knew how much the ring meant to me. She seemed genuinely devastated. My first feeling was disappointment, $8,000 gone. But accidents happen and I didn't want to add to her distress. I told her, don't worry, it's just a ring. We'll figure it out. She hugged me tightly, called me the most understanding fiancé in the world, and promised to be more careful if we replaced it. But something about her story didn't add up. Lately, she'd been acting strange about the ring. A couple of weeks earlier, I noticed she wasn't wearing it when she came home from work. When I asked, she said her hands were swelling, so she preferred not to wear it. Then, at her sister's birthday party, several guests asked about wedding plans, and she dodged the questions, changing the subject each time. I thought maybe she was stressed about planning, but the gym story felt off. Camilla is meticulous with her things. She double-checks change and never loses a receipt. Forgetting her engagement ring at the gym didn't fit her character. Plus, it coincided with a conversation we'd had the previous weekend, where I suggested setting a wedding date. She said she wanted to wait for a promotion at work and felt overwhelmed by decisions. That Tuesday night, I couldn't sleep. Her story didn't make sense. So on Wednesday, while she was at work, I decided to investigate. I went to the gym, a small place where everyone knows each other. I spoke with the manager, Alicia, who's been there for years. I asked if anyone had turned in a ring to lost and found. She checked the box, but there was nothing. Then she said something that caught my attention. According to her, Camilla had been acting differently lately, more reserved. She also mentioned that the day before, Camilla had left in a hurry with a guy who'd started coming to the gym a couple of months ago. His name was Ivan. That name didn't ring any bells. I asked her to describe him. She said he was tall, dark-haired, and appeared to be around 30. Apparently, he and Camilla had been talking a lot during workouts. I'd never heard of this Ivan. I thanked her for the information and went home, my mind racing. That night when Camilla got home, I decided to confront her without fully confronting her. I told her I'd gone to the gym to check lost and found. I said they found nothing, but Alicia mentioned she'd left with a guy named Ivan. Her face froze for a split second before she responded. Oh yeah, he's a new guy at the gym. He offered to help me look for the ring in the parking lot. It was a kind gesture. Her quick, rehearsed response made me even more suspicious. How nice of him, I said. Do you know him well? Not really, she replied. We just used the same machines and started talking. On Thursday, I made a decision. I posted a notice on social media offering a reward for the ring. I used Facebook, Instagram, and a local group. The message was clear. Lost engagement ring at Fitness First Gym on Tuesday afternoon. High sentimental value. $500 reward for its return, no questions asked. I included a photo of the ring I'd taken right after the proposal. That night, while we were browsing Facebook at home, Camilla saw the post. What are you doing? She asked. I told you I lost it at the gym. This will just get your hopes up for nothing. It doesn't hurt to try, I replied. Maybe someone found it and doesn't know how to return it. She seemed uneasy about the attention the post was getting. Friends commented, offering support and promising to share it. On Friday afternoon, I got a message that chilled me. An unknown number texted. I saw your post about the ring. I think I know what happened. Can we meet to talk? We agreed to meet at a cafe near my work. I told Camilla it was a lead on the ring. The person who showed up was a middle-aged man named Ernesto. He seemed nervous but determined to share something. I don't like meddling in other people's business, he began, but I think you deserve the truth. My heart raced. What do you mean? I asked. My wife works at Casa de Empeño Dorado on 5th Street. On Tuesday night, she told me about a young woman who brought in a beautiful diamond ring. The description matches your post exactly. He showed me a photo on his phone of the ring in the shop's display case, taken by his wife, Valeria. It was unmistakably Camilla's ring. My wife felt sorry for whoever lost such a valuable piece. When she saw your post, she urged me to contact you. According to Ernesto, the woman who pawned it claimed it belonged to her grandmother, and she needed money to fix her car. I sat there, staring at the image of my engagement ring in a pawnshop display. I asked if it was still there. As of yesterday, yes, he replied. They're selling it for $7,500. Pawnshops always inflate prices. After giving me the shop's details, Ernesto left. I stayed in that cafe for at least an hour, trying to process what I'd learned. Camilla hadn't lost the ring at the gym. She'd sold it for cash. and we didn't have any urgent financial needs. We had decent savings and no major debts. Why did she need the money, and why hide it from me? That night, I didn't mention the pawn shop. Instead, I watched her closely, looking for signs something was wrong. On Friday night, she got several messages that made her smile in a way I hadn't seen in a while. She kept her phone face down and replied quickly, making sure I couldn't see anything. The next morning, while she was getting ready, her phone buzzed again. This time, I was close enough to read the preview on her locked screen. Thanks for yesterday. Can't wait for our weekend trip. The sender, Yvonne, a weekend trip. Camilla had told me she was visiting her sister that weekend and that I should enjoy the house alone. Suddenly, it all clicked, her odd behavior about the ring, her lack of enthusiasm for wedding plans, this guy from the gym, the money from pawning the ring. Camilla was having an affair with Yvonne and had sold my engagement ring to fund whatever they were doing together. Update: 5 days after discovering the truth, things unfolded as I feared. On Saturday, I went to Casa de Empeño Dorado, where they confirmed the ring was still on display for $7,500. The manager said a woman matching Camilla's description had pawned it the previous Tuesday for $2,800 in cash. I didn't buy it back immediately. I had other priorities. That afternoon, Camilla left for her supposed visit to her sister's house. I waited an hour, then drove there. Her car wasn't there. I called her sister directly. Hi, Valeria, is Camilla with you today? No, I haven't spoken to her this week. Why? She said she was visiting you this weekend. There must be a misunderstanding. Camilla had lied about her plans. On Sunday, I updated my social media post with new information, thanks to everyone who shared my post about the lost ring. I found out it was actually pawned at Casa de Empeño Dorado on 5th Street on Tuesday night. If anyone knows why my fiancée would trade her ring for cash, please message me privately. That post got even more attention than the first. People asked what was going on, some shared it, others reacted with concern. On Monday afternoon, Camilla returned home from her supposed weekend with her sister, looking relaxed and happy. How was it with Valeria? I asked. Great, we caught up. Funny, I said. I called her Saturday because I couldn't reach you, and she said she hadn't spoken to you all week. Her face shifted from confusion to panic. Yeah, I meant to call her, but we only texted. Maybe she forgot to mention it. She was clear you weren't expected. That night, I confronted her with the truth. Someone responded to my reward post. They said you pawned the ring Tuesday night at Casa de Empeño Dorado. She got defensive immediately. That's ridiculous. They're probably after the reward money. They're lying. The shop has cameras and paperwork. Want to explain why your engagement ring is there. Her denials didn't last long. Cornered by evidence, she admitted it. She claimed it was for a car emergency and she was too embarrassed to ask for help. Why didn't you tell me? Because you've been stressed about money lately and I didn't want to add to your worries. And what about Yvonne, the guy you're seeing who texted you about the weekend trip? She tried to deny it, but it was pointless. I'd seen enough. Finally, she confessed to the affair, claiming it had only been a few weeks and meant nothing. It's just physical. I love you, not Yvonne. Then why give him $2,800? She went silent for several seconds before answering. Yvonne's having financial problems. I was just helping him. That's how I learned she'd pawned the $8,000 engagement ring I worked hard for to give money to her lover. On Tuesday morning, I posted a final update on social media. Case closed. My fiancée sold the ring to give the money to the person she was cheating with. The engagement is off. Thanks to those who helped uncover the truth. That post spread faster than the others. Within hours, it had dozens of comments and reactions from friends and family. People close to Camilla saw it, her sister, coworkers, even some of her relatives. Her phone wouldn't stop ringing. Her mother, sister, and best friend called, wanting to know if the social media posts were true. That Tuesday night, Camilla packed a small bag and left. She said she'd stay with a friend until things calmed down. You've humiliated me in front of everyone, she said before leaving. I just told the truth about what you did, I replied. That's not humiliation, it's taking responsibility. We can get through this, she said. Couples overcome infidelity. Camilla, I responded, people don't usually pawn their engagement ring to fund an affair. That's not a relationship problem, it's a matter of principles. And with that, she left. I haven't heard from her since. Update: 4 weeks after my last post, the fallout continued. The situation with Camilla and the ring had repercussions far beyond our relationship. My social media posts spread through our community. Friends shared them, family commented, coworkers saw them. It didn't go massively viral, but it spread like wildfire in our circle. Camilla tried to downplay it, claiming I'd exaggerated and that the ring had nothing to do with her affair. But too many people had seen the full sequence of posts, and her story wasn't convincing. Her family was affected too. Her mother called to apologize and ask if reconciliation was possible. I explained that pawning an engagement ring to fund a betrayal was unforgivable to me. Her sister, Valeria, was furious when she learned Camilla used her as an alibi, causing awkward situations where she had to clarify Camilla hadn't been with her. Yvonne's situation got complicated too. His roommate, seeing my posts, realized why Yvonne suddenly had money and a new relationship. He wasn't happy about the drama and kicked Yvonne out. Yvonne had to find a new place to live while facing social consequences for his role in ending my engagement. At Camilla's workplace, the atmosphere grew tense when her colleagues saw the posts. While her personal issues didn't directly affect her job, the drama created workplace strain. 3 weeks ago, I went to Casa de Empeño Dorado and bought back the ring for $7,500, slightly less than the $8,000 I originally paid. I did it out of principle. I posted a photo of the ring on social media with a simple caption, "Ring recovered. Now to find someone who won't pawn it for an affair." Friends commented in support, but for me, it was about closing that chapter. 2 weeks ago, Camilla tried contacting me through Valeria, wanting to meet and discuss getting back together. She claimed she'd realized her mistake and wanted to make amends. I told Valeria I had no interest in talking. Camilla had shown her true colors when she thought I'd never find out. Going back would be opening the door to a more elaborate betrayal in the future. Last week, mutual friends told me Camilla and Yvonne's relationship didn't survive once the thrill of the affair faded. They had little in common beyond physical attraction. Plus, Yvonne could no longer support her financially after moving out of his roommate's place. When reality hit, they split. Camilla moved back to her parents' house temporarily. Her social circle shrank significantly. Some friends took sides, others distanced themselves from the scandal. This weekend, I heard Camilla's been saying she's the victim, claiming I violated her privacy and humiliated her unnecessarily by exposing her online. She insists her affair was a fleeting mistake that didn't warrant such public damage to her reputation. Reactions among our acquaintances have been mixed, but most don't buy her story. For nearly everyone, pawning your partner's engagement ring to fund an affair isn't just a mistake, it's a betrayal that can't be undone. Yesterday, Valeria called to ask if I'd meet Camilla one last time. She said Camilla was truly remorseful and had learned from her mistakes. I calmly explained that the issue wasn't whether Camilla would repeat her actions. The problem was that she'd shown herself capable of manipulating, lying, and stealing when it suited her. I need to share my life with someone I can trust completely. Camilla broke that trust when she thought I'd never find out. Valeria insisted everyone deserves a second chance. I agreed, but clarified that doesn't mean they get it from the person they betrayed. If Camilla's truly changed, she can have that second chance with someone who doesn't know what she's capable of when she thinks there are no consequences. It's been 3 months since I posted the reward notice, and life has taken on a new rhythm. Camilla stabilized her situation, though at a lower level than before. She moved into a small apartment and resumed her routine, but her social circle remains reduced. Her prospects for new relationships have been impacted by the rumors. While some friends forgave her, many distanced themselves. Her relationship with her family improved somewhat but remained strained. They supported her but disapproved of her actions and their consequences. Yvonne moved to another part of the city and vanished from our shared social circles. His affair not only ruined his romantic situation but cost him his friendships. 6 weeks ago, Camilla made one last attempt to reach me. She sent a long letter full of apologies and acknowledgement of her mistakes. She said she understood why I no longer trusted her and wanted a chance to prove she'd changed. My response was brief but clear. I thanked her for the gesture but made it clear I had no interest in reconnecting. I reminded her she'd shown her true self when she thought I'd never find out. That's the version of her I choose to believe. She wrote again, asking if I could ever forgive her. I replied that I already had, but for my own peace of mind, not as an invitation to rebuild what she destroyed. I made it clear that forgiveness doesn't mean allowing someone to betray you again. When someone lies and steals so coldly, an apology isn't enough to repair the damage. A month ago, I started seeing someone new. She knows the full story of what happened with Camilla and the ring. Her comment was that someone who pawns their engagement ring to fund an affair never valued the relationship or the commitment the ring represented. The difference between this relationship and the last is night and day. Everything is transparent now. No suspicious calls, no unexplained weekend trips, no doubt about whether I'm being told the truth. I still have the ring. I haven't decided what to do with it, but for now, it's a reminder to trust my instincts when something feels off. My social media posts left a record of everything that happened. Even now, people in our circle remember it. Camilla will be known as the woman who pawned her engagement ring to fund an affair. Some might call that cruel, but to me, it's just an accurate description. Anyone who gets close to her in the future deserves to know what she's capable of when she thinks she won't get caught. Camilla learned the hard way that infidelity doesn't just destroy romantic relationships, it ruins reputations. Lying and betraying financially leaves social scars that are hard to erase. Yvonne learned his lesson too. Being complicit in someone else's betrayal comes at a cost. Those kinds of relationships, built on deceit, rarely survive when the truth comes out. I learned something too. I learned to trust my suspicions and investigate when something doesn't add up. I realized some betrayals reveal character flaws so deep they can't be overlooked. The reward post wasn't just about recovering the ring, it was about uncovering the truth. That post led me to Ernesto, who led me to the pawn shop, and that's where everything came to light. If I'd bought the gym story, I might have married someone capable of stealing from me to fund an affair behind my back. That post saved me from a much bigger mistake. Camilla wanted the best of both worlds, the thrill of deceit and the stability of a committed relationship. She wanted to use my money to betray me while we planned our wedding. But in the end, everything came to light. The social media posts weren't revenge, they were a channel to share what really happened. No one should be left with only her manipulated version of the story. Everyone got what they deserved. Camilla chose lies and theft and faced social rejection. Yvonne helped destroy my relationship and lost his friends and reputation. I chose to seek the truth, painful as it was, and because of that, I discovered in time who I was really planning to marry. The ring was just a piece of jewelry. The real value was the truth it revealed.